Hello, and welcome back to 10 out of 10 with Watch Again with Lauren and Ross.
Hello.
So, this week's a kind of off the hoof one, right? Because I've had a hankering in my soul to watch the movie Seven, right? And for spacey related reasons, we're not doing it, right? I can try and ghetto math it in my brain, but we can't. We just can't.
No chance.
And then it fell upon my desk this week that there is a TikTok trend going around the now called the 7 Deadly Sins of Movies. And I was like, well, if we can't watch Seven, then we can talk about the 7 Deadly Sins of Movies.
Might as well.
Do you know what I mean? Try something different. Do you know what I mean?
Spice it up a wee bit.
Get relevant. Get down with the kids. Do you know what I mean?
How you doing, kids?
Is this cool on the TikTok AI?
Have you seen on that TikTok? I love that TikTok, by the way.
Leave us alone, man. We're 32, right? We're trying. So what we'll do is we go through each of the sins and what category that falls under. Wording.
Yeah.
Aye.
Look, we're figuring this out and also just fucking shut up and listen.
It's a magical cool ride for everybody involved, Trips. Do you know what I mean? It's all going to be fine.
Yeah.
Also, if there's any background noise, we apologise. We're currently looking after 4 cats, and our house is hotter than hell.
Yes.
So just see whatever this episode is, Gonnie, just bear with it, right?
Just accept it.
So we'll dive into the first sin. The first sin is lust, and this is movies I watch purely for the actor. Ross, I'll let you go first because mine is a long list.
Right, so I think this one's quite well known within this podcast universe now, but it's got to be Kate Beckinsale in Underworld.
Yeah.
Now, for people who may not have listened or new listeners, I can't remember the episode. I might try and go back and figure out what one, but Lauren's got a very funny quip of something that I may or may not have said in regards to Kate Beckinsale in this movie.
Is this in case Kate Beckinsale gets her lawyers involved?
Aye, in case I get my restraining order further. So basically, I mean, what's not to love about Kate Beckinsale in this film?
There's a lot of PVC.
Yeah.
There's great hair. I mean, I know you're not looking at her hair, but I think she's got great hair.
Nice hair.
Nice. No, you're hamster.
But I mean, she's just stunning, gorgeous. Early 2000s, I think everybody fancied her in this movie.
Absolutely. And like, because these movies aren't great. They're watchable.
Oh, no, they're pish.
They're watchable, but they're not great. But there's a reason, like, the girlies tune in for Michael Sheen, the boys tune in for Kate Beckinsale. Everybody's happy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it is the definition of, like, because there's like a thing on the internet, it's just watch it for the plot.
Yeah.
And it's these actors and actresses who... Kate Beckinsale's not a good actress, right?
Poor minute.
Yeah.
Not poor minute. She's
I was
indeed.
going to say, what are you talking about?
Sorry.
Why am I agreeing with you? But, yeah.
I've just killed off Kate Beckinsale.
I know.
That's how much of the jealous wife I am. I'm like, oh, really? You fancy her?
Aye.
Did.
But yeah, I mean, Kate Beckinsale, fucking stunner.
Absolutely.
Like, but yeah, I basically, if you look up, watch it for the plot, it is terrible actors and actresses who happen to be stunning.
Yeah.
And they're in bad movies, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah, totally. I'm actually shocked. I thought you were going to put Famke Janssen because you love a bit of Famke.
You know what? That didn't even cross my mind.
But you can't love her that much then if you forgot you loved her.
She's chucked.
It's whenever Famke comes on and you're like,
Why did I not think of her? God, see, this is how much of a gentleman I am. Purely Kate Beckinsale's the only woman for me. Nobody else.
Lorraine Kelly.
oh, Jesus Christ. And my second one is Jane Levy from the Evil Dead remake.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were talking about the woman for Glee. No, the PE teacher for Glee, the big tall one with the blonde hair.
Oh, what?
I thought that was who you were talking about. What one's Jane Levy? Is she the hot mama tattoo artist or?
No, I'm talking about the first remake.
Oh yeah, you did like her.
The heroin addict one?
Yeah. Oh, he likes the vulnerable ladies. Sorry.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry, Ross.
I like heroin addict chic.
You like a fixer-upper, right?
Aye. That and, I mean, all the Evil Deads are kind of, they've all got like...
You like the French bird in the last one as well?
They're all very pretty mamacitas.
No, because I remember when we came out, when we went to the cinema to see the first Evil Dead remake, and you were like, oh, she was stunning. And I was like, is she? I like her. But no, I get it, man. The Evil Dead is full of stunners.
Yeah. this bit was weird for me because I can't exactly be like, aye, she's good looking, then without coming across creepy.
What do you mean?
Like, I could just imagine some guy, oh, she's stunning, rubbing their knees. I'm like,
I don't think anybody thinks you're creepy, Ross. It's okay.
I know.
How no?
I deserve to be a creep. I've worked hard at this.
I mean, right, I'll jump into mine, right?
Aye, get the police off me, man.
Yeah. Oh no, because they're going to find me, right? So, I mean, honestly, for this, insert actor or actress's name here: Robert Pattinson, Evan Peters, Sebastian Stan, Winona Ryder, yes. Florence Pugh. Like, whenever I take a liking to an actor, I have to go back and watch all of their filmography, shite or not. And this was like a couple of years ago. I'm going to blame COVID, right? Because we all went a bit mental during COVID.
No. This was well before COVID.
No. Sebastian Stan began during COVID, but Robert Pattinson I've been in love with since I was 12. And I'm not sure if anybody is aware, but Batman is currently filming in Glasgow, which means that Robert Pattinson is cutting about somewhere, which means my marriage is on the line.
Now, let me just rephrase this. Lauren's convinced herself that Robert Pattinson's in Glasgow.
I did it the last time, mind you, they were filming up the Necropolis.
Now, famously, he wasn't here last time, and he's probably filming a movie in between the stunt people doing their work.
Because he's had about 9 movies out this year. It's been great. I've been well fed.
Yeah, he is a busy fucking boy.
Yeah. So for my first Robert Pattinson movie, I'm just going to pick Remember Me because that was the first one that came out after Twilight, and I went into this blind. I literally only went because Robert Pattinson was in it. And spoiler alert for Remember Me, guys, but if you've never seen it, they crowbar in the Twin Towers at the very end of the movie, and Robert Pattinson dies in the Twin Towers attack.
Yeah, what a fucking
wild. But nobody told me, and I was sobbing as if I just watched my dad get shot. I'm in the cinema pure, and like the last year I was with was like, are you alright? Did you not know this was coming? I was like, no. I cried the whole walk home to the point where a granny in the Savoy Centre had to turn around and be like, are you alright? And I was like, no. And my second one for my COVID Sebastian Stan era, which, to be honest, this is the thing with me. I'm consistent. If you've ever been a special interest of mine, you go on a shelf, but you're always able to be taken down from that shelf. I will always open it back up and peruse. But for Sebastian Stan, it did get a bit unhealthy over COVID. I didn't really have any other coping mechanisms. It was just to watch Sebastian Stan movies. For his one, I've picked The Apparition, which also features Ashley Greene, who plays Alice in Twilight, and Tom Felton, who plays Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter movies. And it is the worst horror movie you've ever seen in your life. Sebastian Stan's hair is like poker straight. He looks terrible.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
But I sat through that. I nearly put the 355 when I made you go to the cinema.
No. That was the biggest pile of fucking shite ever.
You were raging, man.
I was.
From about 20 minutes into the film, you were fuming. I was like, sorry. I feel like basically what we've gathered from Lust, i.e. movies you only watch for the actors, is that Ross, he likes the horror women. He likes the scary ladies, and you also only have 2, whereas I really have insert actor here.
Yeah, any year.
So our next sin is greed, which is movies I wanted more of. And I feel like you can take this kind of positively or negatively. I've done one of each.
Yeah, I kind of see it as maybe it was like one movie that you felt could have been in a franchise, or like maybe you just wanted more of that movie, like a longer version or whatever.
Yep.
But I'll let you go first since I went first for Lust.
Is this you trying to be a gentleman after coming off like a creep?
The look of love.
Don't try and suck up to me now. Positively for greed, I've put Obsession, because I know Obsession is like the newest on the list, but like as soon as we came out of the cinema, I just wanted to look everything up about it.
Yeah.
Some people may call it ADHD. I call it super interested.
Salties and babes.
It's salties and babes. Basically, yeah, as soon as we left Obsession, I just wanted to look everything up about it. And every time a theory came up, I
Yeah.
wanted to know about it. And for weeks, I mean, it's still really ongoing. Every time something comes up on my TikTok, I'm like, Rush, you'll never guess what we missed in Obsession. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's really, like, it makes me want to keep watching the movie. Or, like, I could have sat for an extra half an hour.
Yeah.
And there's, like, word of the director's cut dropping soon, which is going to be half an hour longer and a lot darker. And I'm like, I'm fucking sat. Negatively, and this is going to piss a lot of people off, and I'm really sorry, it's Apocalypse Now. And I'm really sorry, guys. I wanted that movie to be so much better than what it was, because it's obviously one of those ones that, like, you have to watch Apocalypse Now. This is this incredible war movie. It set the precedent for movies, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It was kind of pish. I feel like with Apocalypse Now, if you've seen the famous scenes, as in, like, the Brando bit, I love the smell of napalm in the morning bit, the bit of Martin Sheen walking through the river with his eyes over it.
Yeah.
You've seen the best bits of Apocalypse Now.
Oh, I agree.
And we watched it, and then we watched the Heart of Darkness documentary right after it, and I was still like, I don't get it.
The documentary is better than the movie.
I agree, but I do feel like if I say I don't like Apocalypse Now, that's like another one that people are like, what? What do you mean you don't like Apocalypse Now?
Yeah.
I feel like it was incredibly overhyped, and I wanted more of it for how hyped it was. Do you get what I mean? So, again, I apologise if we've lost listeners for the Apocalypse Now slander. I could go further in, but I'm not going to.
You'll never see us talking about it in this podcast ever again, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. On you go, Ross.
So, my first one is Judge Dredd.
The Stallone one or the Carl Urban one?
Come on, the Stallone one.
All right, okay. I was like, because the Carl Urban one's great.
That's what I mean. Like, I wanted that to be that. Why that hasn't, or I don't know if there's any plans to be expanded into like the Judge Dredd universe, because Carl Urban's fantastic in that.
Lena Headey was great in it.
Like the style, like basically the American Raid.
Yes, and it was one of the few movies that was using slow-mo that didn't offend you. Do you know what I mean? Like I understood why it was in slow-mo.
Yeah, it made sense. Like, you take this drug, and it's obviously it's not showing you the real effects of what drugs are, but like that. And I think, especially with Judge Dredd having such like a rich history, I mean, there's one in where he's fucking fighting dinosaurs in space and that.
There's one where he's fighting Batman and all that. Yeah. My dad loves Judge Dredd.
Like, I don't get why
the Carl Urban one, yeah. I'm pretty sure there was stuff about the director, like the director, Sean knows. Sean, if you're listening, please let us know. But I'm pretty sure it's something to do with, like, the director was withholding the rights or something, or, like, didn't want it. And then too much time went by and they kind of forgot about it. I think if Sean's cutting about, Sean will let us know.
So I know Judge Dredd has like a big comic following and that, but it is one of the few comics that translates into movies very well. I mean, take Stallone's out, right? Because the fact that he took the helmet and that off, it's just all bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's just a fucking badass cop batting fuck out everybody.
And you can't have Stallone as Judge Dredd and not take the helmet off.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, because Carl Urban doesn't take the helmet off.
Wouldn't it work,
But it's Stallone, do you know what I mean? And he'd have been cast for his, like, bankable, like, arses on seats to come and see this movie. It's just a shame that the movie's not very good, do you know what I mean?
So, like, even with, like, Carl Urban's, like, Judge Dredd, like, it starts off, you're just in this apartment block. I mean, I say that, it's a fucking massive, you know what
it's
I mean?
It's a mega, is that not what they're called? Mega cities? Mega blocks? Yeah.
But the fact that you'd be able to open up that universe, that world so easily, and they've not done it, it's a bit criminal, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
That, and my second one is controversial, but Kate Beckinsale's in it as well. Van Helsing.
Oh man, absolutely. Van Helsing's fucking class. Have we done Van Helsing on the pod?
I think we have.
Have we? No, it's one of those ones we've had to decide because Ewan wants to talk about it.
Aye, fucking.
Well, that's Ewan off our special guest list.
But yeah, I mean, same again. Van Helsing can fight anybody. Like, I love it, like, but he could fight any creature. And I know Tom Cruise has started, like, he's been rumoured to date for years.
Yeah.
It's not a great movie.
It's a fucking great movie, Ross.
But it captures, like, the early to mid 2000s, like, perfectly.
Yeah. It's coming off, it's a family-friendly version of, like, the new metal horror. There was a thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of those. I remember going to see it as a kid with my dad, and I loved it. And yeah, like it just never. It was all set up for a sequel, just never came of it.
Well, this is the thing, because you hear so much stuff about it. Obviously, Dracula, Dark Universe, and that. Van Helsing's kind of...
Yeah, but
he is a part of it. It's just a different take on it, kind of.
Yeah.
But they were signed up for a sequel. They were all contracted to do it. It's just the studio pulled it because that movie flopped.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
And
Movie's class.
And I don't understand why, because you have Hugh Jackman, who... I mean, I don't know if it would have been X-Men at the time.
If not in X-Men, about to be in X-Men. But I feel like Hugh Jackman's been in X-Men since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Like, he keeps
he
trying
was in the first one as well, yeah.
He keeps trying to let Wolverine go, and Wolverine will not let him go, do you know what I mean? He did Logan, like, he killed him off, and it's still like, oh no, just come back for Deadpool.
That's one of the things I've seen, actually. It was Tom Holland and Matt Damon were talking about it, being like, there's only 3 roles that you will not ever recast, and it's Matt Damon as Jason Bourne, and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and for the life of me, I can't remember the third one. I had it in my head there, but it's that 3 people, like, you'll not recast them in any way. There's
That's
no point.
fair. That's absolutely fair.
I kind of get it, but they need to recast him at some point, because he is getting a bit...
long in the tooth.
Yeah.
Long in the claw.
Long in the claw for it. Hey, yo.
But Van Helsing's class, and I totally get you. Like, I feel like you watch Van Helsing and you're there for a good time.
Yeah.
You're not there for,
And
class part.
Even that, I know, like, the whole Van Helsing laws, that he kills Dracula and all that, but see, with, like, the fantasy stuff like that, he could fight anybody.
He fights Jekyll and Hyde in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Like, have him go against, like, I don't even know, like, the Mummy or something.
Yeah, man.
Something ridiculous, and in my mind, it would have worked.
Yeah, no. If they brought that movie out tomorrow, I would be sad. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay, so our next sin is envy, and this is movies we wish we lived in. Take it away, Ross.
So, my first one is The Hobbit.
Uh-huh. Can I chime in off the back of you and we can do this together?
Yeah, go
Mine
for it.
is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I was going to choose the Shire Lord of the Rings, but I feel the Hobbit one is more...
Shire-based.
Yeah, it's more whimsical, if you will.
I get you.
But, I mean, you're just going to sit there, smoking a pipe and...
Drinking your ale, yeah.
Drinking beer. Like, what else do you want?
Absolutely. I think the Shire just seems lovely. Like, you're just out all day, weather's nice, you can do some farming, there's your pipe, you've got your leaf, do you know what I mean? Like, and you eat some good scran and you're good to go. I also, shout out to Rivendell. I would fucking live in Rivendell. I don't think I'm posh or good looking enough to be an elf, but like the water looks beautiful. Could you imagine having a bath in Rivendell? Like, it just looks so silky. I just feel like you would walk in there and just be stunning. Do you know what I mean?
See, I thought Rivendell, but it seems too sterile.
Really?
Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's too clean. Like, could you imagine making a mess in your house? You get flung out.
Aye, but that's because everybody's like 7 foot tall and stunning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but that doesn't mean you bit of dirt. Everyone will fucking chop your head off.
Everywhere in Middle Earth looks stunning except, Mount Doom.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm no up for living in Mordor.
Aye.
But I'll give Gondor a good shout and I'll see what's happening in Rohan. Do you know what I mean? But I love the look of it. It just the great. I mean, I say I love the look of it. Just basically, we want to go on holiday to New Zealand. Do you know what I mean? But
I haven't met anybody that's watched Lord of the Rings that likes it and wouldn't stay in Hobbiton.
Yeah, absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
You'd be fucking insane not to.
Yeah, totally, man, totally.
And my second one is, this is a bit of a cop out, but basically any Studio Ghibli movie.
Did you read my notes?
What you've got?
Right. You're so lucky that I wrote a backup because I also wrote Studio Ghibli as well. Oh my God, this is why we're married, Ross. That one brain cell was just pinging back and forward.
We are one. I mean, the aesthetic,
Beautiful.
so beautiful, so calming. My only issue is bad shit always seems to happen, but if you could live in a wee life like that, I wouldn't give a fuck.
100%.
Like Midsummer Murders, isn't it? Must be cheap because there's a murder every week.
But people keep going there. People keep moving there. Everything in Studio Ghibli looks beautiful. Like My Neighbor Totoro, the forest looks stunning.
Yeah.
Big Roman fields, the food they're eating looks stunning. And even going into like Spirited Away, where it's like you're going through the sky, the oceans look beautiful. Howl's Moving Castle. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
these are, we find these movies so calming. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're intended to be, but even like the last one we watched, the one,
Kiki's Delivery Service.
no. That's also a good one. The Boy and the Heron.
Oh yeah.
Like
Sorry.
the library in that, I'm like,
Uh-huh,
God,
yeah.
amazing. Like you would move into any single one of these gaffs.
Oh,
Do you know what I
easy.
mean?
Like, they're probably the most aesthetically pleasing movies.
Absolutely.
Like, going.
Absolutely. And like, I don't care like what language I'm watching it in or if it's just on in the background. I just feel instantly calmer. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, see, for a lot of them, this is going to sound really bad. I couldn't tell you what happens in them. I'm just mesmerised by how beautiful they look.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah,
I'm
aye.
happy to be part of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My backup, because obviously you've stole Lord of the Rings and
Yeah.
Ghibli off me. My backup is Call Me By Your Name, which really, again, I understand problematic movie. Arnie Hammer.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I don't even care if I said his
Mad
name.
Cannibal.
I into it. But really, just take me to the north of Italy. Do you know what I mean?
Why
Like
not?
the river looks beautiful. They're cycling through these orange orchards. The sun's shining. These beautiful bike rides through nature. Basically, what I'm hearing from this sin is that you and me just want to touch grass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to have our tootsies in the grass and see a river every so often. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it's probably too rich for our taste everywhere we've said, but how good would it be? Like, no stress, no problems, just fucking.
Cutting about in a field,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, oh, what do you want to do today? I'm going to walk through this forest, do you know what I mean? Sounds great. This is the thing though, is like all the places we've said, we're like, these are really expensive places
aye.
to travel, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
fuck, aye.
our dream holidays, New Zealand, but that's going to be like when we're 40 or
Aye,
something.
that's-
Like,
aye.
we'll need to save up the money.
We need this podcast to take off.
No, if we keep punting out episodes like this. So the next sin is pride, and this is movies I'll never stop talking about. I mean, mine is Carrie and Gone Girl. These
No,
need
fair
no
enough.
explanation. Carrie, because what a film, and also the fact that I was on 3 other podcasts back to back guesting to talk about Carrie.
Yeah.
So I feel like I literally can't stop talking about
Aye.
Carrie. But what a movie, and can't wait for the TV show. Flanagan, you have my trust.
Aye, he's no fucked it up yet, so.
Exactly. And Gone Girl, we've done an episode on Gone Girl. You guys, you know how much I love this movie.
Yeah, go listen.
There's other movies that could be in this category, but they also bleed into the next one, so I've
Yeah.
saved them. Do you know what I mean?
No, fair enough.
What about you?
So my first one's Exorcist.
Yeah, that's
mean,
fair.
I was kind of torn between The Exorcist or Halloween, because Halloween's what kind of kickstarted this whole podcast, really.
Yeah, first ever episode.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason we started this.
Yeah, but The Exorcist, I think, is just there's far more you can get into with it,
Yeah.
and I mean, how can you say it? You can't say it's a bad movie. Like,
No, I
it
know.
has so much like cool shit in it. It basically made horror legitimate. Like, fucking beautiful movie.
Yeah, and this is kind of what gives me the fear, because like I'm starting to show my oldest niece horror movies, and like I showed her Scream, she didn't like it, she thought it was too real. She likes the kind of ghosty demony ones,
Yeah.
right? And my sister was like, fuck it, show her The Exorcist, there'll be a laugh. But I don't know if she would cope with The Exorcist, purely because
Too slow.
exactly, because
Yeah.
nothing really happens for like the first kind of half an hour to 40 minutes. And I mean, obviously things happen, but I mean like the obvious demon, the soul is mine, like
Yeah,
that kind of thing. So like, I don't want to show her it, because it would break my heart if she turned around and went, that was shit. Like, I'm not going to show her The Shining anytime soon, because I think she'd be bored of that as well. Do you know what I mean?
I just don't think like teenagers not have the attention span to really get sucked into a movie like that anymore.
I know. I want to test it, because I also think a wee bit of trauma would humble her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it would break my heart if she said it was shit.
Yeah, because we were even talking about it, like, because she likes a lot of like the monsters and that. Even something like Blair Witch, she couldn't.
She would be so bored
Yeah,
during
like,
Blair Witch.
Because that's another one that nothing happens really until the last part of it.
It's the suspense of it though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I would love to show her Blair Witch and be like like do that thing like when you first showed me Ghostwatch of like this is real. Do you know what I mean? Just to wind it up a bit. Do you know what I
see
mean?
what happens.
Yeah, watch my sister, but listen to this, then I'd be like, absolutely not.
The class. Going into my second one is Ghostwatch.
Yes.
It's like the fact that this hasn't. I mean, there's still so many people have never heard of this, and that is insane to me.
I punted this an absolute belter at Final Girls last month. We did the taking of, it was found footage. Found footage was the theme, and we did the taking of Deborah Logan. The taking of Deborah Logan. And like, I was punting for Ghostwatch, man. Like, I was campaigning on the presidential trail. Do you know what I mean? And so many lassies were like, oh my God, yeah, I've seen it and it's great. And then loads of them were like, I've never seen this. And see the mixed reviews I've been getting back. Like, some of them are like, that is genuinely terrifying. That was amazing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then there was another couple that were like, it was kind of shit. Nothing really happened. And I was just like, oh.
How can you say nothing happened? From the beginning, there's like so much shit you need to look out for. Something that is badly missed in like found footage horror now.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's part of the fun as well of like found footage horror is like looking at the corners of the screen. And I know Paranormal Activity did it as in like, oh look, there's that lamp swinging. But I think like if when you're watching found footage, there's obviously what's happening in front of you, but then there'll be like a tree swinging or like, do you know what I mean? There's always something else that you're like, oh my God.
If there's people that don't like this movie and like Blair Witch, then was it, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like this is the reason Blair Witch and that gets made.
Absolutely.
Like that, and without that Paranormal Activity, found footage in general, yada yada. But this is one that, rather than keep you waiting for 40 minutes, like there's something as soon as they step foot in that house.
Yes.
And there's not many horrors that, because you can make the mistake of doing that and it's too much. And like you're not that you're not scared, but like you're kind of scared out. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. That's the thing though. That's why both of those movies work, The Exorcist and Ghostwatch, because your brain's doing it all for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you even if there's not a lot going on, it's if you're watching it in a dark room and you're feeling the suspense. Like it's like when people say Hereditary's boring, and it's like, no, it's not. Hereditary needs to get you. You need to be ready to be got. Do you know what I mean?
I don't even think it's that. I think, especially nowadays, people have a hard time with like just settling into a movie. And I get a lot of movies you do it and there's not a payoff, but see when it works, my God, like
absolutely,
it's some of the best movies you'll ever see. And
the two movies, The Exorcist and Ghostwatch, that you've just said, but I will fling Hereditary in here as well, is like, these are movies that don't over-explain anything. You are plopped bang in the middle of the story, and you'll get what you get. Do you know what I mean? Which I also think makes you, I know these are movies you'll never stop talking about, but I also think that's what makes these movies so rewatchable. Like, as in you're choking to go back to, like, did you see that bit? Did you see that bit? Did you know when they were filming this happened? Yada yada. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's just us, but you know what I mean.
I think even for the fact that Ghostwatch is made as like a one-off Halloween scare for the BBC of all places, and it still holds up to this day as a movie.
Absolutely,
it's unreal.
See that advert that's going about the now, what has the BBC ever done for me?
Yeah,
I'm like, can you just make more things like Ghostwatch and then Happy Days? Do you know what I mean? Fuck your Strictly Come Dancing, get Ghostwatch back.
Like, stop paying these cunts millions to do this and actually make good TV.
Amen, Ross. So we'll move along to the next sin, which is gluttony. Movies I will never stop rewatching.
I've kind of cheated for this one.
Oh, did you? Aye.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That's fair. No, like, that's fair.
Come on, like, is there another answer for this?
I mean,
in this house?
That's like your ideal, like, we have a free weekend of no plans. Yeah. Can we watch Lord of the Rings? Do you know what I mean? And we've got a jazzy new couch coming that is one of those ones, can turn into like a full bed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the next Lord of the Rings marathon? Making it a full bed.
Oh, it's gotta be
snacks,
beautiful.
Cushions, blankets, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, 100%.
And we're also going to, it's at my birthday, we're going to see the first Lord of the Rings movie at the Hydro with a full orchestra. It's going to be incredible, man.
It'll be stunning, 100%. Aye. So basically, I'm choosing Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, you can get angry at me if you want. I don't care. Like,
I'm so with you. I'm so with you.
Like, they're worthy of a rewatch anytime, any place.
This is another one that, like, I feel like Lord of the Rings is always one that, like, if nobody's seen it, you're like, oh my God. Like, and you, like, this is something that I'm looking forward to showing our nieces and nephews. Do you know what I
It's
mean?
another one I'm concerned about though.
I
'Cause
know.
I don't think they'll sit.
I think my middle niece would sit. I think she would really enjoy it. I think because she's probably got more of an attention span than the rest of them.
Oh,
but
we're no showing the youngest. She'll not shut up for it.
oh man, we had my youngest niece the other week, and oh my god, honestly, I felt for her because I was that kid. She did not shut up the entire night. I think she was quiet for all of 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like even when we were having dinner, she was still talking with the food in her mouth. And then when we went to bed, I felt like I had to hit her over the head with a hammer just to get her to go to sleep.
No, it was brutal.
But I remember being a kid and people being like, "Gonna shut up, gonna stop shouting. Why is your voice so loud?" So I look at her and I'm like, I see you.
Yeah. So what is yours then?
So my first one's Braveheart for obvious fucking reasons. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't not going to include Braveheart.
Yeah.
Braveheart's one for me. Doesn't matter what mood I'm in, I'll get it watched. We've also done an episode on Braveheart trips.
I think we've done an episode on all of these. No, we've not. No mind.
Most of them.
Yeah, I was just basically, are we just like
Punting our own podcast?
talking about movies we've already done?
Gives us ideas for future episodes.
Aye.
Braveheart for obvious reasons, and also June. I mean, really,
fair enough.
Mostly June 2, but June 1 is also up there. I mean, one of my cats is named after June.
Yeah.
But the reason she spelt June with a J is because a Glasgow accent and the letter D doesn't quite work. Do you know what I mean?
Work, no.
But like, I love June. We have done an episode on June. We've not done June 2 yet though. Let's do June 2 before June 3 comes out.
Okay.
But June 2 is me and my pal's movie. Like every time she is up, we find a way to crowbar June 2 into her being up. We watch it when we're hungover. We watch it before we go to bed. We dressed up as the Harkonnens for Halloween. Like, it's just such a good movie. And again, I know you're not a huge fan, but
it's not that I don't like the movie. I'm not a sci-fi guy.
I know you've said the past 4 fucking episodes.
I can't help it.
But I feel like June 2 is more action and there's more things going on, whereas June 1 is very, let's all stand about and chat. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Also, I would never have watched either of these movies if it wasn't for Timothée Chalamet, who really this could count as a lust category as well. Do you know what I mean? But just the June movies, beautiful.
No, fair enough, aye.
So our next sin is sloth, and this is movies I'll never get round to.
My first one is the rest of the Avatar franchise.
Yeah, I feel that in my bones, man. I've seen the first one, that's plenty. Veronica loves them. She absolutely thrives off the Avatar movies. I personally can't be bothered.
I'm still just freaked out of the fact that they're shagging animals. With their tails. Like,
I like they touch tails with each other and that's how they make love.
Yeah.
And then they also touch tails with their motors and that.
Aye, it's fucking weird.
They're dragon cars. I think the movies look beautiful. I'm not interested in 3 hours of a story that's kind of already been told. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, as you say, people love these and that, but there's fuck all in them. Like,
yeah.
I'm not interested at all in what they're doing.
I think the Avatar movies could be an hour and a half, 2 hours long, but they're like 3.5 hours long purely just to be like, look at this pretty forest, look at this pretty plant, look at this pretty thing. And it's just basically James Cameron being like, oh, look at all this technology I've invented. Woohoo! Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, and say they've got the cardinal sin of being boring.
Yeah, that's true.
And fuck off. And I mean, he's planning what, another 2 or 3 of them?
I think he's wanting like 6 Avatar movies or something.
Off.
I know. I'm the same as you. I can't be bored.
That's basically what I've got to say about Avatar. 'Cause I don't care. And this one, that's a bit cheeky of me. And it's Breaking Bad. I know it's not a movie, but I'm fed up at everybody telling me you need to watch Breaking Bad. It gets good after the first season.
This is the thing, right? Is every time we've started Breaking Bad, we've got maybe 4 episodes in and been like, I don't get it.
I don't care.
And then, do you remember when Breaking Bad was first out and you were basically shunned from society if you didn't watch it? So then that for me is like, well, fuck you then, I'm not going to watch it. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. I mean, anything that I need to persevere. I mean, the first season, so say it's like 8 hours worth of, maybe 8 to 12 hours worth of any TV show to get into it. No, I'm not giving up half a day, start and join something. Then they're like, oh, but season 4, this happens. I don't give a fuck. I'm not watching 4 seasons to see somebody die a gruesome way. I'll
Yeah.
YouTube it.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse as well is when you start a TV show, because we're very guilty of like starting and then we like refuse to quit. So even
Yeah.
if we hate it, we're like, fuck, we need to watch this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's my to it. I think the hype of them has kind of turned me off in a real hipster way.
I agree. I agree.
I'm not prepared to waste my time on something I know I'm not going to enjoy.
And loads of like, this is the thing though, is like people either love it and they will shun you, shun the non-believer, shun, if you've not watched it, or it's pretty much like, it's all right. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, I get that was also pretty much the Bryan Cranston renaissance, do you know what I mean? And people were like, oh, he's not just the funny dad in Malcolm in the Middle, he's actually a good actor. But trips, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll never watch it, and anybody doesn't like that, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. That's
kind of also how I feel about The Walking Dead. Like, we've started The Walking Dead so many times.
Fuck off, man.
And I can't. And now there's about 5 spin-offs and like Daryl Dixon's got his own show. And like, I am aware of The Walking Dead. I am aware that like it gave Coleman Domingo his big break. And like Jeffrey Dean Morgan got his like big comeback on it and stuff. Like,
big
why
John Bernthal?
Goddamn zombie!
Really fucked up this time, buddy.
You go down for a long fucking time, people. Fucking John Bernthal, man.
Dude, that cunt is in Everton.
Aye.
My God, man.
And he's another one that's just, he's not great, but he gets away with it.
Yeah. And what's your sloth movies then?
So this is going to be another one that people aren't going to be happy about.
All right.
There Will Be Blood. Fuck Daniel Day-Lewis.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've kind of got a tale to tell about it, right? But I can't stand Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah. And you were appalled by my take, like, that I can't stand Daniel Day-Lewis.
Take.
It's hard work watching him, man. It's fucking hard work. And I'm here. I understand that if I actually sit down and watch There Will Be Blood, I will probably love it and be like, wow, that was incredible. And he was amazing. But Daniel Day-Lewis just turns me off. Like, there's only, off the top of my head, maybe 2, maybe 1 Daniel Day-Lewis movie that I watched and was like, I really enjoyed that. But also Winona Ryder was in The Crucible, so I watched it for Winona Ryder. Do you know what I mean? But my tale to tell of There Will Be Blood, right? And this, my dad doesn't listen to this podcast, so we can tell the tale, right? So I came home from a stint of underage drinking at the park, and my dad had also came home from like a gig, and he was also quite pissed. And I was trying to kid on I was not as drunk as what I was, and I think so was my dad. And my dad was like, oh, Lee's gave us up this DVD, There Will Be Blood, will we stick it on? And I can't see in front of my face. And I'm like, I ain't bothered, Dad. The 2 of us put it on. The 2 of us fell asleep and woke up at the very end. And the 2 of us turned around and went, aye, that was good, wasn't it? Aye. And to this day, the both of us are like, we watched that film. We absolutely sat through that.
Movie.
So I don't know if this counts as maybe I won't get round to it, because technically I did get round to it. I just was pissed and fell asleep. So if that doesn't count, I'm going to throw in Citizen Kane, purely because that's one of those movies that, like, I understand you must watch Citizen Kane if you like cinema. I'm probably not going to do it, guys, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry to this man. I understand the Orson Welles of it all. I'm probably not going to get round to it. My second one, because that one didn't count, because that's just that if nobody accepts There Will Be Blood, I'm taking that.
Okay.
My second one is a movie called Martyrs, right?
All right, yeah.
And this might get me papped out of film club, right? Because I understand this is one that, like, you should watch, and it's a female rage. And from, again, I know nothing about Martyrs, so that might be a really wrong take, right? But I've just heard so much horrendous, grim, horrific things about it. And I'm at an age where I don't want to sit down and watch a grim, disgusting movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've done my time. I've watched Antichrist. I've watched fucking Stray Dogs. I've watched all this stuff. And the only reason I will get round to it is if it is picked for a movie group, right? I know I will watch it eventually at some point, but I just don't want to. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a pretty reasonable, I don't want to watch this movie because I've heard it's fucking traumatic as shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's a pretty reasonable one.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
totally fair, aye.
And our final sin is wrath. Movies I hate with all my soul. Now, you said you're going to get ranty as fuck, so I'll go first, right?
Aye, go.
Right. My first one is Malignant. I think I've ranted about Malignant on this pod before. Fuck that movie.
Yeah.
Fuck James Wan. Fuck her. Although, to be fair, she was really good in Peaky Blinders. She is now also just had a baby with Sebastian Stan. Good for her. But fuck that movie. That movie was shit. And I ended up watching that movie about 5 times because I had to show other people how bad the movie was. And nobody else had the same reaction. Everyone else was like, that was okay. And I was like, are you fucking joking?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was awful. It was so bad. And I was raging. Fucking raging for days after watching it. I will never watch that movie again. Fuck off.
Yeah, fair enough, aye. No, that one did piss us off.
Yeah, really, really badly.
Yeah.
And the most modern one I can think of, because I was also going to say Cold Mountain, but I ranted about Cold Mountain not that long ago. I also ranted about this movie not that long ago. But it's Marty Supreme.
No, fair enough.
I left the cinema viscerally angry at that movie. I was disgusted. I hated it. I was raging. Like, and you were like, the movie wasn't that bad. And I just had to walk home in silence because I was so pissed off. Like, it's just such an unlikable movie. Like, there's just, the characters are arseholes. He's an arsehole. There was also just like the pre-run of marketing that was pissing me off. And I was just like, why are we making another movie about a dickhead guy who fucks everybody else off around him and then still gets his own way? Like, I was so angry at that movie. I will never watch it again. The only reason we watched it is purely because it was for the Oscars.
Yeah.
I will never watch that movie again, and I will tell anybody who says, oh, I fancy Marty Supreme, not to fucking watch it. Save yourself some fucking time. If it's for Timothée Chalamet, there's better Chalamet movies. Stick to early Chalamet, do you know what I mean?
No, fair enough, aye.
I'll sit back, Ross. You wire in.
Oh, my first one's it's fucking despicable. Is Ice Cube's War of the Worlds.
Oh, that movie was dreadful.
Yes, and it's not the fact it's a bad movie, right? Because it is a fucking shocker, but
we'll sit through a pile of piss if it's entertaining.
But this just been made to advertise fucking Amazon.
Yeah.
Is disgraceful.
Yeah.
These cunts should be ashamed of themselves.
I agree. Apparently, that's what the new He-Man movie's like. The He-Man's all like Amazon adverts and stuff, and it's like basically trying to punt you toys that no one's really gave a fuck since the 80s. We've not watched it. I've just heard about it.
We're not going to watch it. It looks like a lot of pish anyway.
It does.
But why the fuck are we letting evil corporations like Amazon be allowed to do that?
Yeah. There's product placement, and then there's the movie as the product.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, oh, hold on, I'll Amazon ship this.
Yeah.
The same day to get you. I said, no, fuck off.
Yeah, I'll drone this chip to the homeless man. Yeah.
Like, why the fuck does Amazon need to advertise anymore?
Yeah. Everybody uses or most people use Amazon for Amazon Prime, for Audible, for fast delivery, for blah blah blah. Everybody uses Amazon, and we're all terrible people for doing it. But listen, we are suckers for the convenience. Do you know what I mean?
But they need to make a movie that shows Amazon what it truly is.
Yeah.
And it's that there's cunts that need to pee in bottles because if they don't meet their quota, they just get sacked.
Yeah.
There's people that sleep in their cars at the warehouse because they stay too far away and they can't be late or they'll get sacked.
Yeah.
This prick is spending hundreds of millions to get tax cuts for rich people.
Yeah.
Money that he's spending more than what he would need to pay in tax every year.
Yeah.
The guy's a ball bag.
Yeah, 100%.
He's a fucking ball bag.
100%. Like, his wedding in Venice was so eyes wide shut. It was horrendous. Do you know what I mean?
Like, why are we giving these fucking mutant assholes? Why are we giving them anything?
No, I agree.
The fact that every delivery thing, especially in the UK, has failed.
Yeah.
Like Royal Mail and all that has been ran to the ground. We need to use these people.
Yeah, that's it. And as soon as they privatised the Royal Mail, it's like the Royal Mail is now delivering Amazon parcels and all that. It's mad. Like
it's just to turn the coin.
That's how these corporations have done it, but that we do rely upon them. Do you know what I mean? And we are now a society of like convenience. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people won't just like, oh, I need to go and get like cleaning products. Like you're not just going to go to the shop, you'll just Amazon Prime it, and you're probably paying double for what you are. You're paying double for the product, but just so that it arrives tomorrow so that you don't need to leave the house to go to the shop. Again, we're saying this. We are also guilty of this.
No, we do it.
But we're self-aware, do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes us better.
No, but I hate myself every time I do it, but it's just the fucking way of the world now.
I know.
And
and
my next one is basically the Marvel Universe.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, we went and watched Spider-Man Brand New Day.
We did.
And
can we, before we even get into Brand New Day, sorry, actually no, you go, because I need to also crowbar in a cinema etiquette rant. Go on, you go.
We went and seen that, and it was the biggest pile of fucking shite I've ever seen.
You weren't happy.
Yeah.
I left the cinema thinking it was a 6 out of 10, and then by the time we walked home, I had it at like a 4.
Nah, it was fucking pish. Because see, before I would say Endgame, they actually made movies that made sense within the bigger picture here. But from that, you're being hit with tons of shit TV.
Yep.
The movie, there's not.
WandaVision was good.
Fucking wasn't, but you've made all the shit TV. There's like, oh, this will plug into Young Avengers, like this shit and that shit. Then it's like the movies. What was the last good movie?
I like Thunderbolts. I know
Why
you
did
didn't.
You like Thunderbolts?
Because Sebastian Stan was in it,
Yes.
and Florence Pugh was in it. But I actually didn't mind Thunderbolts. The thing that pisses me off with Marvel right now, right? Because I literally before we started recording, a video came up on my Instagram of, oh, people are saying none of this makes sense. Look at this, and it's the bit in the Doomsday trailer where it's Patrick Stewart and there's like the streaks coming through the sky, and they're trying to weave that in with all this multiverse shit that they've been doing and all the timeline fuckery and all this kind of stuff. And they're basically going to need to use this one movie to clean up all this multiverse pish.
Going to reset it,
and that's what pisses me off, is like, for the past, I don't know, when Endgame's 10 years now?
It's got to be, aye.
For 10 years now, they tried to build towards something, and then they were building towards Kang. Then Jonathan Majors was an arsehole, so that had to get vetoed. So then they had to pivot to something else. It was going to be Doctor Strange was going to be the next like big Iron Man type person.
Yeah, he was going to be like the top guy.
And then his movies have been shit, and so they've panned that. They were trying to make a huge deal about Anthony Mackie being Captain America. His movie was shit, so they've pied that off as well, and they're fucking bringing back Chris Evans. And it's just like, now again, we're saying this, we will be sat for Doomsday, but reluctantly. Do you know what I mean?
I don't want to go see it. I don't want to sit for nearly 4 hours watching a movie I don't care about.
I know. I think it's been really hard to be a fan of Marvel the past 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, I liked the WandaVision TV show. I liked it. I know you didn't actually know, you didn't mind it at the time. You hated the Agatha TV show, which again, I didn't mind it.
But they're making spin-offs of spin-offs of spin-offs.
Yeah. It's unneeded, unnecessary. Unless fucking Agatha pops up in Doomsday and goes, it was Agatha all along.
We don't need her. She's such a nonsense character.
Yeah.
You're getting a new Vision TV show, apparently.
Are we?
Yeah, like, no, was it White Vision or something he's called?
That's racist.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
But I'm like,
why gotta be white?
You've got, it's just got so fucking lazy.
Yeah. And it's so, they do that thing where they're trying to explain everything of like, oh, but that's not this timeline, that's this timeline. To the point where like, I'm sitting at a Marvel movie just fucking confused. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, again, we were saying this though, we saw that grid thing of like all the Marvel movies that you've watched in every phase. And to be honest, we've watched nearly all of them. The TV shows we kind of backed out of. We never watched that Ironheart. We never watched is it Wonder Man? Wonder Years?
Wonder Man, but
we
it's been canned after a year.
Yeah,
season.
We bounced after Moon Knight. You really didn't like Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was awful.
I didn't mind it. It was alright. But like, it wasn't. But I think that's the thing though, is like, I don't mind it, but I also don't think I should be watching this because I feel that I have to. Like, I want to come out of a Marvel movie and be like, that was fucking incredible, but I either come out being like, that was alright, or that was a pile of shite. Do you know what I mean? I didn't mind Thunderbolts, but again, it didn't hurt that 2 people that I fancied were in the movie. Do you know what I mean?
And then how come like the past 3 movies has been or they're just sad.
Yeah.
We'll talk them about it. They're sad. And is it, what are you planning in Doomsday that you need to? We're not fucking idiots.
Yeah.
See, if depression's a theme, It can't be your whole fucking thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm obviously not going to spoil you anything for Spider-Man, but it's been the same for the past fucking, like, 2 year worth of Marvel movies.
I know. And you saw that thing that, like, after Doomsday, they're resetting everything.
Yeah.
So, again, I don't understand. I feel like what's happened is they've got themselves into a huge mess over the multiverses, and the writers have fucking confused themselves on who's on what timeline, who's done what, blah, blah, blah. But, like, the video that I saw before we started recording, it was the start of Doomsday, how that marries in with Patrick Stewart and the Streaks, and how that matches in with Marie Rambo. How that then goes in with Doctor Strange, how that then goes in with Spider-Man No Way Home, how that then goes in with blah, 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 blah. And I was like, God, it's been so long, I forgot all of this shit, and I just don't care anymore.
I don't care, that's it. And the fact that every movie that comes out is just kind of who's the actor at the time.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, they're an actor, but not a lot of them are good.
That's the thing is, and I feel like a lot of I can't remember if we just had this conversation or if we've done it on the pod before. It's like there really is a trend now with actors being cast because they are the white boy of the month or they're the next hot thing. Like Fantastic Four has Joseph Quinn, who was just coming off the heels of Stranger Things. Pedro Pascal, who was coming off of The Mandalorian, Game of Thrones, Last of Us. Your man cousin from The Bear, Ebon Moss Baccarat.
Aye.
Wyron. But like he was obviously like he's everybody's favourite from The Bear.
Yeah.
Vanessa Kirby, I don't know. I clearly
Mission
wasn't
Impossible.
Wyron. I was not at that side of the internet. I don't know why she's a thing. But like they all got cast because they were the big things at the time. It's the same with Barry Keoghan. Barry Keoghan's been cast in fucking everything because everybody loved him after Banshees and Inisherin. And now people are realising Barry Keoghan's shit, but it's too late because you've cast him in so many things.
He's going to be the Joker.
He's going to be the Joker. He's going to be Ringo in this Beatles movie.
Yeah.
And who watched Saltburn and went, that guy's got a great Liverpudlian accent? Do you know what I mean?
But that's like they're casting people who, shouldn't be in Marvel movies. I don't think you don't need to be that good to be in Marvel movies.
Anymore.
I mean, even with like Florence Pugh, she's no bother us in the Marvel movies. Her accent changes every third line.
And that's what really upsets me because I think Florence Pugh is such a brilliant actor.
She's been phoning it in for a while.
She has been phoning it in for a while. I think I feel sorry for a lot of the younger actors who signed up to Marvel because not to sound like a fucking boomer, but like back in our day when Marvel was good, as in like when the first Avengers dropped, it was a huge fucking deal that like all of these people were signing up to do it, and it was like, he's going to be this guy, this is going to be this guy. And like, it was fun being a Marvel fan for a while because like, again, I'm a Marvel fan purely from the movies, right? Like I'm not a comic reader, yada yada, right? Nerd. but it was fun on the internet of being like, this theory is for this, and this could mean this, and blah, 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 blah. And they like actively encouraged it for a while of like, pick this Easter egg and do this and do that. And then it kind of got too big for them, as in like after Endgame, I do feel like they should have had a break and been like, right, because that... Kevin Feige's getting shit because at the last Comic-Con he said he doesn't understand why people are pissed off about Doomsday because it's not like Thanos was built up. They were dropping Thanos from like even the prequel movies, as in like we introduce you to Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, blah blah blah. There was drops of Thanos in every single one, but it was mainly at the end of Avengers. It was Thanos' big face.
It took them 2 Avengers movies and every Marvel movie up until that point where end credits, chances were Thanos was there.
Yep, absolutely.
Like you got it from the first one, where it's that goes fine. I'll do it by myself.
Yep.
He looked like a ball of cherry for Men in Black. Fair enough. That is not the Thanos we got, and that is fair.
Yep.
But don't say you didn't build him up. We know why you've pivoted to get desperation, get Robert Downey Jr. back, because Jonathan Majors is a prick.
Yep, absolutely. And like all the Easter, it was fun on the lead up to these movies. Like you, me, and your cousins went to the midnight screening of Endgame, and it was fucking class.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it got too big for them after that. Like they immediately started punting like the 4 TV shows that came out. There was WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, yada yada yada, right? But then the next big movie was Multiverse of Madness.
Terrible.
And that movie was shocking. But that was another one that people were looking at the posters and being like, this is this and that is that and da-da-da-da-da. So like you were walking into the movie with these great big expectations because you have been trained by Marvel to pick up on these Easter eggs, to pick up this, to pick up that, blah, blah, blah. And everybody walked out of Multiverse of Madness and was like, what the fuck was that?
Do you know what I think's happened? They rested on their laurels and were like, people go and see these regardless.
Which we're doing. That's what we're moaning about. They're getting our money whether we like it or not.
The fact that people are complaining about it now, because never in a million years, no, why did Sam Raimi get the next movie after Endgame?
Yeah, that's true.
Sam Raimi made his Spider-Man movies. First 2, fantastic. Third one, terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Evil Dead, not all the stuff he's done. He has a certain way of doing things. Does that fit in with modern Marvel? No. And it's shown in that because, as we said, maybe it's your fault for thinking, right, they've told us multiverse could be anything, and we've went, right, if it's anything, it's this, and they went, well, we can't do that, obviously.
Yeah.
But what they've given us is not good enough.
Yeah.
We don't, why did we get a Black Widow movie when she dies in Endgame? We don't need it.
Yeah.
Why are we getting shows about people that we don't care? Like the Miss Marvel one, I think a lot of them have done that just so they can boost Disney Plus.
Yeah, I agree. Because like Moon Knight got canned after one season. You've not seen a mention of Moon Knight in anything else. Because they keep being like, oh yeah, this is in the universe and this is this and that is that. And it's like, where's Moon Knight? Where is he? I mean, Captain Marvel had her own movie and then was in the
Never
Miss Marvel
seen it,
TV show, and then you are never to see her again. Do you know what I mean? And I understand people who read the comics can be like, that's because she does all of the universes and she's busy doing this and blah, blah, blah. But like, see the way you feel about sci-fi movies where you're like, everything is so easily explained with like, but space. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel about Marvel right now. Is like, things are so easily explained.
Yeah.
And it's just lazy writing. It is just lazy. It's like, oh, that happened on that timeline, so it doesn't matter here. And it's like, what? And how has there been no reaction from anything about the events of Multiverse of Madness where Wanda became the bad guy all of a sudden when 2 minutes ago Wanda was your pal? Like, things like that, at least when it was phase whatever the fuck from Captain America all the way up to Endgame. I don't know how many phases that captures, but at least there was consistency where even if you didn't the Thor movies or you didn't want to watch the Captain America movies, if you just wanted to watch Avengers Age of Ultron, and then like
you
Infinity Wars,
the gist of it,
you got the gist of what was going down. I think you kind of needed to watch Civil War, but again, you could get away with it if you didn't. Do you know what I mean? And like, you could at least watch the main ones, and there was a thread of everything. But if you watched all the other ones, there was more things to go. Whereas now, it doesn't feel like there's a main one. And we came out of Spider-Man, and we were like, that's 4 months now until Doomsday comes out, and there's nothing. And it's the only Doomsday thing that we've seen is the end credits of Fantastic Four.
But what we're saying about Spider-Man, right? So he's your last movie before Doomsday, your big part 1 of wrapping this the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's not in Doomsday. A Secret Wars he's going to be in.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't even know that.
Your final one is going to be about a guy who's not in your movie to build up, like, the movie. Yeah.
So
I don't understand. And just to harken back a wee bit, see what you're saying about when like people are like, oh, but Captain Marvel's away doing this. They're fucking writing this.
Yeah.
She's not real. She's not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, they can have her doing whatever. Like, she doesn't need to be flying about it. She should be present. If she's going to be one of the main ones, she needs to be in it. Yeah. Why are we getting cunts that Shang-Chi, what the fuck's he done since?
Yeah, where has Shang-Chi been this entire time? Because that movie came out, wasn't very good. No. And then he's in the trailer for Doomsday. And I'm like, where the fuck have you been?
You're telling me this cunt who... And I mean cunt.
I don't mean it in the colloquial sense.
And He found out about these 10 rings. 10 rings? I can't remember. It's been that
10
long.
rings. It's Shang-Chi and the 10
Yeah.
Rings. That's what the movie's called.
He found out about all this shit, right? Then all of a sudden, we don't get anything about maybe should we try to like figure these out a wee bit? No, he just knows it.
Yeah, I feel like they tried to group loads of different ones together, like which worked for Infinity War and Endgame because you had like Doctor Strange knew of Shang-Chi and and there was like the Earth group, the space group, and the fucking whatever group. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now, it just kind of feels like there's just been all these mediocre to shite things that have been left hanging,
People
and then it's like that's the thing, and that's why I kind of feel a bit about Doomsday, because I feel like if this is an accidental spoiler for Doomsday, at this moment of recording, I'm not aware that it is a spoiler as I say it. I feel like they only got Robert Downey Jr. back, one for that member Iron Man, and I feel like there's going to be a thing, again, I know fuck all about Doomsday, but I feel like you're not going to have Robert Downey Jr. and not have the mask come off. So is it going to be one of those ones of like, they're going to have to fight their quote unquote best pal, but it's not their best pal because it's Doomsday?
It's a lot of shit.
Again, I know nothing about Doomsday. I don't know if that's true or not. And then it's like, but look, here's Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. But we're not even on that X-Men. It should be McAvoy and Fassbender. Do you know what I mean?
I forgot about the X-Men part of this.
Do you know what I mean?
And
like,
there's going to be the two different eras of X-Men.
But then they can do all this by saying it's the timeline, and I'm just like, what the fuck your timeline?
Yeah, what was Fassbender and McAvoy doing to miss the jump to this timeline?
Do you know what I mean?
It makes no sense.
X-Men First Class will always have a special place in my heart. But like, see as well, right? And this is just another fucking tangent where we're just ranting about Marvel. I feel like the last hour of this podcast is just us ranting about Marvel.
It's been pissing me off for years.
Yeah, but like, do you remember again from Captain America to Infinity War, right? When it was all the Stan Lee cameos, right? And obviously with Infinity War, when it's old Cap, that was apparently supposed to be Stan Lee. Like, it was supposed to be
makes sense,
that Cap has lived through all of this. But obviously Stan Lee died, so that never happened. And part of me is like, did Marvel get shit when Stan Lee died? Like, did Stan Lee take the mojo of Marvel to the grave? Do you know what I mean?
See, I think it's just got lazy.
Yeah.
How are they going to explain Steve Rogers being back?
Yeah. I don't know. And I want to go into Doomsday as blind as possible. But again, if you spoil it, you spoil it. Do you know what I mean? Like, but maybe there's people out there who have read the comics who are like, these guys don't know what they're talking about, who probably turned the podcast off about 10 minutes ago.
Fine,
but like, to us as like plebeian viewers who are not ball deep in issue 342, like we're like, what is going on here? Like, now before Doomsday, do I have to go back and watch every single X-Men movie? Do I have to go back and watch the shit TV shows that we dodged watching? Do I need to rewatch Shang-Chi? Do I need to rewatch Multiverse of Madness? Like, I'm sick of, again, I say that when it's something I'm really interested in, I will do the fucking homework. Do you know what I mean? But I am sick of showing up to a Marvel movie and being like, what have I no watched? And like we said at the very start of this rant, you're watching Marvel now because you have to. That's why their writing is lazy, because they fucking know. They know they've got more money in their pockets. They know we're going to go to the cinema and watch it. Or if we don't watch it in the cinema, it's out on fucking Disney Plus 2 weeks later. Like, they have us by the short and curlies, and they know it, and it pisses me off, because I will use my Omniplex card to go and see Doomsday, but I'll be fucking annoyed about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, scrap me from the data.
I just don't. It's just such bullshit that we do it, because I don't want to go see it. I really don't.
I know, babe, I know.
Like,
but we have to. We're about 40 movies deep.
I don't have to do it. I don't want to do it in regards to Marvel.
Really, what I'm hearing is that I just drag you to all these things, and you are the ever-suffering husband that goes...
The Spider-Mans I'll give you, because I enjoyed, like, No Way Home and that.
Yeah, but No Way Home is nostalgia.
Yeah, but any other Marvel ones since Endgame, no. I have not liked any of them. I have no interest in it anymore.
Yeah,
I don't care what Robert Downey Jr.'s doing.
I know.
And that was just a desperation, as... Basically, they got Robert Downey Jr. back because Jonathan Majors like battered his missus.
Because he's a prick.
Yeah,
and have you seen sorry to just fucking tangent in here. Has anybody seen the trailer for Jonathan Major's new movie? We watched it the other day because we were like, surely the fuck not. It is the most, I don't even know how to describe the trailer. It is the most right wing. I think that's what he's doing now. He's on like right wing.
Can get.
Yeah, he's on the right wing productions, but it's very like America, and we're back to like, these are terrorists because these are brown people. Like, it's very that. We're back the way. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, we watched the trailer and I was like, are you fucking joking?
So the people watching these movies are going to hate Jonathan Majors because his skin colour.
Yep.
And they're trying to portray the fear that brown people are terrifying. They're going to come and kill you. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's just awful. It's just so awful. But if that's where he's had to go, like, he dropped the Marvel bag because he's a prick.
Yeah.
And this is where he's at to have a movie career. Like, you as a black man are joining this right-wing production company to basically make a fucking racist pro-America movie. That is wild to me. So fuck him, do you know what I mean? Because he's showing his arse now, do you know what I mean?
But then this should be a thing Marvel does as well. See, the second they knew about this, he should have been scrubbed.
Yeah. Because they tried to keep on to him for a while.
Because you're going to have kids that like Ant-Man.
Oh, God,
he was an Ant-Man. He was a big part of that.
Yep.
So
I forgot all about the Ant-Man movies.
Kids are going to watch that, then see him in that. And I'm like, what they should have done was like, get this off Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Get it to fuck.
Yeah.
We don't want this.
That's the thing though, is like, we are noticing it, like there is a lot of things on Disney Plus that people are going back and editing for good reason. Like the most recent one we watched, we just started watching Abbott Elementary, and there's a bit where it said jail.
We think she's meant to say Free Puffy.
But obviously with all the P Diddy patter, they've then went back and edited it, and it says like free
Whatever
Free Daddy or something, it says.
I can't remember.
But we were like, what? Do you know what I mean? But so we know they're going back to Disney Plus and they are editing things and they are fucking about with things and blah, 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 blah. Which I also have a fucking issue with, but that's a whole other fucking thing.
But God, we have ranted for a long time about this.
Yeah, we really
My
have.
rant has went off.
Can I crowbar in cinema etiquette while we're on the Spider-Man?
Can I say one more thing?
One more thing.
Why the fuck is Shuri Black Panther when they've announced a new Black Panther?
Yes. What the fuck?
Like,
but also, Shuri, was she not supposed to be sacked because the actress is like pure anti-vax and all that?
She was very anti-vax. Don't get it in that.
And then they made her the female Black Panther, and then they've just announced David Johansen as the new Black Panther, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? Do you know what I mean?
Do you see the video of her standing next to him?
She looks raging. Yes. She looks fucking
why
raging.
Why have they got her filming Doomsday?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I don't understand.
Is she going to die?
I don't know.
Because
they think Bucky's going to die because apparently Sebastian's... This, again, at the point of recording, this is not a spoiler because we don't know anything about it. Yeah. But apparently Sebastian Stan's Marvel contract is up. Like, he's done his fucking 15 movies. So they think Bucky's going to die in Doomsday, which I'm not being funny. I will also riot, but that's purely because I love Sebastian Stan with all my heart. But, again... This is not a spoiler. If you are listening to this when Doomsday has came out, we are sorry.
Yeah. I fuck him. Right, you get in your wee bit then.
Right, just to crowbar in cinema fucking etiquette, right? We were at Spider-Man. Ross was already having a terrible time because we were at Spider-Man, right? Yeah. And there was a family behind us, and if I knew their names, I would name and shame them, 100%. Right? It was a mum, a dad, and 2 boys. The boys looked between 8 and 10. Yeah. Playing their Switch at full fucking volume right behind us. Everyone in the cinema was like, shh, 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 shut up, shush, shush, shut up. And the mum and dad didn't do anything, didn't say anything, just let their wains just get a barrage of fucking hate.
Selfish bastards.
And every time there was a quiet part, you would just hear a blue shell hit Mario, and you were like, are you joking? And it was an hour and a half into the movie before a cinema worker came in and said, can you put that away? And the mum and dad thought this was just fucking acceptable. Yeah. And you said it when we left, you were like, they heavy wanted to come and see this movie.
It wasn't the kids.
The kids were not interested in Spider-Man at all.
No.
If you don't think your kid can sit through a 2.5 hour Spider-Man movie, wait till it's out on fucking, well, I suppose Spider-Man's not Disney,
Sony.
Sony, so it'll be out on fucking Netflix or whatever. Do you know what I mean? all the Spider-Man movies are on BBC iPlayer right now.
Yeah.
Like, wait till it's out in the house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or go at the really early viewings where you're allowed to have noisy kids.
Yeah.
Do not go, to be fair, me and Ross, we're midweeker evening cinema goers. So all the Waynes are at home. They've all, this is the thing, this is the great thing about the summer holidays being over. We can go back to the cinema, babe.
Yeah.
And we're not going to have noisy Waynes everywhere. But like, go at a reasonable time. We made the mistake of going at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, right? That, to be fair, is like family time, right? Why then you want to take your Waynes to the cinema? Do not play the Switch in the cinema.
No.
And then there was a guy in front of us halfway through the movie who whipped out his phone to check the Celtic score.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you're that big a football fan, why are you at the cinema when the Celtic game's on? Go watch the game
Yeah, who
and then
gives a
come back
fuck?
and watch Spider-Man. People, honestly, if you talk in the cinema, if you have your phone out in the cinema, I never thought I would have to worry about people playing Switches, but if you're playing a Switch in the cinema, jail, fucking straight jail.
You should 100% be shot.
Straight the fuck up, straight up. If you cannot sit in a dark room and not be on your phone or not be on some form of device and just watch a fucking movie.
How pathetic do you need to be like, I need to check my phone right now?
Straight the fuck up.
No cunt likes you.
No, I know.
You're a cunt that gets your phone out the cinema. So
100%.
you've no got pals.
100%.
Any cunt with pals would tell you, fucking stop that.
Aye, into or you're at the cinema with your pals.
Celtic were 4-0 up. What do you think's going to happen, you fucking asshole?
And also as well, when we went to see Obsession in the cinema, there was an older couple sitting next to us, and the woman was like, "She's dead scary. What's going on over there?
Yeah.
Who's that?"
Stick to Mickey Mouse, you fucking clown.
Honestly, if you cannot be quiet for 2 hours, I don't mind. See the occasional elbow, like you and me do. We'll kind of elbow each other, or there'll be a remind me to tell you this later on, or there'll be an occasional like whisper to each other of like, oh, thingy. I don't mind that. If you're straight up having a conversation throughout the movie, fuck you. Fuck you. It's too expensive to go to the cinema.
It's not even that. How can you not understand what's happening in Obsession?
Girl.
I mean, yes, it has layers. Like ogres are like onions, right? Have layers.
Obsession is like
But
ogres.
He cracks a one-wish willow and she gets possessed. Well, you know what I mean? Like, the wish is granted.
Yeah.
There's no much fucking more on a purely watching level you need to get.
Aye, it's only when you come out and you clock all the layers that you want to then go back and rewatch it. Do you know what I mean?
If you don't understand it, go home and watch a YouTube video. There should be a minimum age and a maximum age.
I totally agree, because there's a reason certain films are on at certain times. Like between 8 and 10 is like child time. Do you know what I mean? Like where you can bring your babies, you can bring your toddlers. The lights aren't off completely. They're just dim. The volume's lower. You can fucking chill. If you are an older retired person, you have all fucking day. Go at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, because what else are you doing? Leave the rest of us alone.
Honestly, man, it's fucking irritating.
This is why I could never be Prime Minister of this country, because jail sentences would go up.
I wouldn't even waste the jail. Just kill them.
No, we
have them shot.
We are turning into pure boomers, man. But I'm just like, the cinema, like when I was coming up, the cinema was a sacred land. You sat down, you shut the fuck up, and you watched this film. Me and Lee used to do like 3 movies a day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Long live the Cineworld card / now the Omniplex card. But like, if you can't, this is the thing as well, because it puts you off going to the cinema, because you're like, do I want to pay £15
be annoyed
and be pissed off at all these other people? Do you know what I mean? People are wild, man. God, this wrath clearly is our biggest sin, because we've called everybody an arsehole. So far, what I've learned from your sins though is that you like an early 2000s new metal horror woman, and you want to go touch grass, but that wrath is your main sin.
No, there's too much pissing me off, man.
We are such old raging boomers, man.
Fuck them all.
So we hope you liked this episode. I know we've kind of went a bit hard at the end.
Went for about half an hour here.
But we hope you enjoyed it. I know we're trying something different. If you did like it, let us know. We'll see what other trends are on the internet that we can do. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know.
Goddamn zombie.